guys, welcome back to another week of Autastic, your comedian's guide to autism. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Kirk Smith, and my co-host,
Graham Kay. Hello, everybody. Good to be back on the pod. No new news for me. I'm going on the road tomorrow.
I know, right before the road's tough. There's a lot going on. You're trying to pack.
I got stuff in the laundry right now in my building.
Sounds about right.
Who knows who's pissed off at me for having laundry in there?
Who knows who's going to take it out of the laundry and pee on it?
I'm selling T-shirts. I'm mailing some T-shirts to some fans after this.
You got a busy day.
Yep. Called Pete. Didn't pick up. That hurts. I know how it feels now.
He's doing a little play hard to get.
He called me yesterday, and then he was like, "I gotta go."
Wow.
Chris Floyd's coming.
Wow.
Yeah,
You lost the face-off to Chris Floyd.
I did. But I'm glad that
It's good.
He's in a real life person.
This is Comedian's Guide to Autism. We're comics with autistic loved ones. He was just discussing his brother Peter, who I would describe as higher functioning than JJ, my son.
Yeah, I would.
Any updates on the movies? Has he seen Forrest Gump? Have we introduced any new characters or cast into this DVD rotation?
That's what I sort of I didn't have time to do when I just visited him. I just saw him. I talked about it last episode, but one thing I did miss doing was seeing Forrest Gump with him. I didn't have time. Ran out of time. Might have to be a Christmas thing.
Okay. You know what? We've got a good array of Blu-ray DVD movies that we could go through and pick out some of the Lego movie he might like.
Oh, that's a good idea.
There's a couple of good things that there's no...
So I was walking here the other day, and in New York, there's this I haven't seen it in any other city.
Yeah, nice stuff. Everybody just puts out in the street.
People just, stuff they don't want, and they're not going to trash. There's so much.
So it's not trash. I've picked up TVs before, air conditioners.
No, I'm saying there's just people don't want to trash it.
Yeah.
And
I'm saying the quality is such that it's clearly not trash.
No, it's just people are moving a lot. They don't have space. And there's so many people walking on the sidewalks that it makes sense to just put stuff out in front of your place in a box. And I walk by. Someone clearly just got a Netflix subscription or just found out about it. I had been making fun of Kirk for having a DVD player.
For a long time.
Like, what do you have a DVD player for? It's got a huge box of, great movies.
Maybe 100 movies? There's a lot of movies.
A lot of movies. Their whole collection. I was like, Kirk.
And there's some good ones. There's stuff that came out this year. They're clearly still buying them. I didn't even know they were still making them.
They're making them. And so we got a big.
We've got a good Pete care package we can put together.
That's a good idea. Hey, Pete, you and Pete, the last the Mohicans, the DVD watchers,
the last millennials.
You love if you could save $3, it just makes your life.
Oh, 3, 6.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm listening.
You like that.
I just bought a brand new suit though.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll spend money to make money.
And I was impressed. It wasn't.
It wasn't Build-A-Bear?
It wasn't a Mark's Work Warehouse.
I don't know what that is. You thought I was going to buy Canadian Tires?
The one you said you did.
Men's Warehouse.
Men's Warehouse.
You don't even know the brands to make fun of?
In Canada, it's called Mark's Works Warehouse.
Okay.
But yeah, Men's Warehouse. Yeah, Kirk goes, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm weird, but the ones at Men's Warehouse don't fit me the same. I'm like, yeah, it's in a warehouse. It's for warehouse.
And the name is not good for fashion.
It's not even that any cheaper than going to
It's actually not.
Ross Dress for Less. You can get a decent one at or Ross Dress for Less.
Can you get a suit at Ross?
Yeah, you can get a Zara with missing a leg or something.
3 legs.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I've got the suit I wore on Colbert. I got
like a Hawaiian shirt. I'm so confused.
No, Colbert.
That's tonight's
the blue suit I wore on Colbert.
A lot of bragging, people. A lot of bragging.
I got that thing at a Filene's basement for I think it was $120, $110, whole thing.
You son of a gun! You
jacket
beat me.
and pants.
You beat me.
Wore it on national TV. If a spark hit it, I would catch fire.
It's made out of straw and your hopes.
But anyway, the warehouse. It's just
couldn't find anything that fit me at the warehouse. I had to go to Zara.
Warehouse suits are for people who are like on parole and I got to see the judge.
Ooh, now you're speaking my language.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to court.
Two things I understand: court, parole.
You know those like those shirts that are like prepackaged with a tie.
Oh, for $5?
Yeah,
Two, please.
yeah. That's a court special.
Clip-on tie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's in cellophane. Love it.
I've bought those.
I know you have. It's always like a lime green shirt and like a gray lime green
the
tie.
tie doesn't match. You're like, how did you package things that don't match?
It's always like red, green. Like the shirt colors are red, green, blue.
A lot of primary colors.
Yeah.
It's for simple people. I like it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Speaking of which, I bought JJ a suit. I bought him 2 suits. He's got 2 suit jackets, not suits, because they can't wear the pants, but wear black sweatpants. Fancy black sweatpants, like a real Gen Zer, and then a black coat. He'll wear it like a sports jacket, XXX, so it doesn't look that sporty, but
yeah,
he'll wear it. He wore it to his graduation. He'll wear it to I think we wore it to church once.
And that Swedish European nurse who asked you to stop sending T-shirts because he's a man now and needs button-ups, she probably loved it.
Yes.
Yeah, she probably loves that.
Well, I have sent him button-ups too, like. Polos is a compromise, but he's got some flannels that she puts him in, and he's got some dress. I don't know what to call them, dress shirts, I guess, just like this. Just by the way, if you're listening to this, we also record this. This is on YouTube now. It's our 5th one on YouTube, maybe.
Yeah, something happened in the pandemic. We were discussing before the podcast that every podcast became a TV show.
Kinda.
We just the whole point of podcasts was for it to be quick and easy.
And it's no longer that.
And now it's a full-blown, we have to own a studio. We bought lights. We have 3...
It's a dedicated space.
We have 2 professional studio box lights, like the kinds that are like, it's like on a 7-foot pole with it looks like an old-fashioned TV kind of thing.
We've got that.
Yeah.
There's that. There's the outside light. This place is well lit.
Yeah, we got a good, well-lit room. We got 4 lights lighting us.
5.
Yeah. Hopefully there's not too much glare off my glasses. And, yeah. So anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this, but...
Pandemic's changed us.
Pandemic has changed everything.
So we're going to send, we'll make a care package for good old Peter Parker, Spider-Man. Send him some movie. You can also send us your movie suggestions if you do have an adult with autism or a young teenager who likes certain movies. Yeah, send them. We always like getting your mail at autasticpodcast@gmail.com. We still get mail about requests and insults, comments.
Mm-hmm.
Should we do in the news? What are you thinking?
Yeah, let's do in the news.
This is in Disability Scope. Graham found this article on the Instagram Kay. That's his his handle. You know, we've talked about this before on this podcast, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the subject matter of this. Google launches program to hire more people with autism, which is
we've talked about this a few times.
Many times.
It's finally slowly happening. And I like to say
it's all because of us.
All because of us. We move the needle with Google.
Guys, send your medals to us along with a chest, please.
Mm-hmm.
Google is teaming up with Stanford University in an attempt to make its workforce more neurodiverse. The technology giant said recently that it is launching a new program aimed at bringing more people with autism into its cloud workforce and supporting them better. With Google Cloud's Autism Career Program, seems like an official program. It's great. The company said it will work with experts at the Stanford Neurodiversity Project, part of the university's medical school, to train as many as 500 Google Cloud managers, those who are integrated into the hiring process and others who are integrated in the hiring process to work more effectively with candidates who have autism. Stanford will also help coach job applicants with autism, and the support will continue if the candidates are hired. In addition, there will be changes to the interview process for those who are part of the Autism Career Program in order to be more accommodating, according to Rob Ensill, president of the Global Consumer Operations for Google Cloud. Candidates with autism may receive extra interview time, be offered questions in advance, and be able to do their interviewing in writing. These accommodations do not give candidates an unfair advantage, said Ensill in the blog post about the new program. It gives the opposite. It removes an unfair disadvantage so candidates have a fair and equitable chance to complete the job. Ensill cited statistics showing that 29% of those with autism have paid employment, a situation that he calls tragic. We talked about this last week.
Yeah. It's higher than I thought, though.
29%?
Yeah.
That's pretty low.
Over a quarter. I think it's bad, but it's higher than I thought. I wonder
Man.
if they just like gave everyone in the Google, they gave everyone in like the coding department of Google an autism test.
And they're
then
like, oh, the smart ones all have autism.
50%. They just went. They just were like, yeah, we did our quota, and they just released this. They released this.
That's funny.
Yeah.
They like backward engineered it.
Yeah.
Oh, we have an autism program.
Yeah, we have an autism program.
Do
It's
you?
called coding.
Yeah, it's we
Elite coding.
tested
Yeah.
everybody's autism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need to be very meticulous and obsessive.
Attention to detail.
Attention to detail.
Bright.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to think outside of the box
And work alone.
and not not mind missing a lot of meetings.
Yeah.
I'd rather be in my cubicle finishing this project. All right, knock yourself out. That sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This bias, it says tragic, right? This bias, often unintentional, marginalizes great candidates and means business will miss out on valuable talent who can contribute and enrich the workplace, Ensel said. This program is just one example of Google Cloud's commitment to inclusion, and it's an important step forward to building a more representative team, creating value for customers and stakeholders. What do you think? That's it. Quick one.
Good for Google, which is something I never thought I would say.
Graham's a big fan of multinationals.
Yeah, I love
Giant corporations that control how we live. That's his favorite.
I love a monopoly.
It's a duopoly, but yeah, it's still the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I hope that a lot of other corporations can take the lead, and I hope that they can release some sort of statistics to show how effective they are. And, I would like some sort of follow-up in a year, and just to show how well they're integrating and how well they do work. I'd like some promotion of that, because it's one thing to hire all these people, and then in a year the program's done, or they're not given good jobs. I don't know.
Coding jobs in general have to be decent jobs.
I want to make sure that they stay, that they take the time to be more patient with them and keep them employed. If Peter got a job that obviously isn't coding, but let's say laundry at a laundromat, he's going to need 3 months to learn how to do that job instead of 3 days.
Yeah. Or doing the janitorial services at the coding facility. He could do that job.
He might chit-chat with too many people and get fired.
But the autistic person might tell him, no chit-chat, I got to work. I wonder how that works.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. That's really interesting, because these people, my brother, a little backstory, he had a janitorial job. First he had a janitorial job at a restaurant. And then that was like 2 days a week. And I made a big push to get him a bigger janitorial job at an office. Like, why can't he do that? And then he did get one. Kudos to my parents. Kudos to his work placement people at Live Work Play in Ottawa. Great organization, by the way. If you're in Canada and want to donate to a wonderful organization, Live Work Play, in Ottawa especially. Anyway, they found him a janitorial job at an office, and he just wouldn't stop talking to people. And then they didn't have the experience working with people with autism, or my brother, to understand that they can be very blunt with him and tell him
how to coach him.
Yeah, I can't talk right now, I'm working.
Yeah.
And so they're operating like he's not...
That he's going to get these clues. Like, I rolled my eyes, and I put my hand on my hip.
100%.
And he wouldn't leave.
100%.
No, you have to tell him, I got to work, bro. Talk to you later.
Yes.
And you wave your hand goodbye. And
yeah.
like, oh, okay.
Not even. I got to work. Sorry. And my brother, it's so funny. Like, all my friends comment on this when he's talking, when he calls you and talks to you on the phone. If you go, hey, Pete, I got to go. He goes, okay, bye. He hangs up. He'll beat you to the hang up. It doesn't hurt him one bit that you...
So next speed dial, number 2.
Yeah, he's like, on to the next. Yeah, exactly. So, and I think that what I'm trying to get at, I guess, in a weird roundabout way, is that if you had like a pod of all people with autism working at Google, even like down to the janitorial staff,
It'd be fun.
they would know how to talk to Peter. They would talk like
In
him.
theory, yeah, they talk like just very direct them.
Yeah. But also that you're running into like tricky territory. Do you have to like segregate them? Isn't it good to integrate and then everyone learns from each other type thing? Or maybe the reality is it's just better if they all,
Or maybe they segregate themselves by working at Google.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jokes, joking.
Called the coding floor.
Of course, I'm joking. Sort of. There's a lot of people on the
It's kinda-
spectrum
it's-
who work in computer science.
Yeah. And
There's nothing wrong with that. I took a few classes in that. It was not for me.
No, I could see that just from your face. But it's definitely
interesting, but it's very monotonous.
You're not insulting anyone. I think you're giving a you're saying a nice thing about people with autism is that they're very capable and above average in that certain thing.
I think they have certain gifts in certain
Giving a
fields.
compliment. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word compliment. I've had 11 coffees today, and Kirk gave me one of those like chocolate covered espresso beans.
So good.
I'm flying.
It was wired.
I could not think of the word compliment. I speak for a living. Isn't that tragic?
Not today.
No. Ugh. What's happening to me?
It's fine. You're doing great. I had a funny call with JJ JJ's nonverbal, which is code for he doesn't usually talk in coherent sentences.
Right.
But there's blah, 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 blah. There's like gibberish and a lot of parroting and a lot of,
Has he ever said a sentence?
He will repeat back things that he's heard. Like, I think it's a sentence grammatically, but a small sentence like, I gotta go, or I'm hungry.
And does he mean I'm hungry?
Or no, I'm hungry. Sorry. He used to say, I gotta eat. That he heard in some movie, and then it's like, and so like if you try to take away a snack that he liked, he used to be like, I gotta eat, like hit the table, I gotta eat. Meanwhile, he's like not underweight. He's a big man.
Yeah.
It's like,
but if he's hungry,
I gotta eat.
If he's hungry and there's no food in front of him and he wants to eat, does he say I gotta eat?
When he's looking for food, yeah, he says I gotta eat. Or if you try to take something from him, he says I gotta eat.
Yeah. If he's looking for food.
He's always looking for food.
Yeah.
It's like his number one prime directive. Because he eats like 3 meals a day, and then in between he's looking for snacks. It's like let's be real. Like, we were never rich, but he's always eating. He's always been a little overweight. He eats a lot. And then, like at the place he lives at now, they feed him like clockwork. Like he gets up like at 7, he eats at 7:30. There's food there, and he's like he's then he eats at lunch, then he eats at 5, then he has a fika, like a snack at 8 to get his meds. Like he has a little like a mood stabilizer and a thing to help him sleep. So he has to eat again at 8, and then they still had to build like a cage for the kitchen, like this wooden cage, because he kept breaking into the kitchen in the middle of the night because he'd find the keys, because the refrigerators have locks. I know I told this story before, but they built this like 6-foot high wooden fence that you can see through. It's like clearly like a baby fence, but like for giants. So now,
I didn't know that.
Now the kitchen has a swinging gate on it that's like for him. No, I mean it's for all of them, but nobody else is sneaking in the middle of the night and. He's trying to heat up nuggets and trying to they've gone in there and he'll have like a pan on the stove, but the stove's not on, but he'll have the nuggets in. So he has the order, but he doesn't have the stove on, which is good. So he doesn't burn the place to the ground. But
yeah.
So yeah, he loves to eat. That's his move. Yeah. Just it's like Peter likes beer. He likes food.
Mm-hmm.
But why was I telling you that story? Oh, so we do our daily call. I'm helping somebody move yesterday. By the way, my book is out. Now you can buy it on Amazon. It's called Moving. Check it out. It's on Amazon everywhere. Buy your book. But I was helping somebody move yesterday, and this guy I was working with was like asking, "Oh, how disabled your son?" And they're like, "Oh, he's nonverbal." And then right then the phone rings because he calls every day at 2. And I'm like, "Oh, by the way, I'm taking this call." He's like, "All right, pull over and get it." So I take the call. I answer, and he's mid-sentence. I don't know, just and then my buddy after's like, "Was that Swedish?" No, that was nothing. He just gets he's repeating things, and you'll pick up a few things, but he's like parroting back. But he looks like he's talking to you. He's looking right at you, and he's like, "I gotta be about it." And he'll like repeat back a little. We've had a few little calls on.
You've
this
had him on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you hear it. He's like,
Yeah.
but it's not like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
then
it's definitely enough where someone would be like, "Is that Swedish?" It's like, no,
yes.
that's English.
And then like he starts to go away, and I'm like, come back, 1 minute. My thing's always, talk to me for 1 minute. Like I know you, 1 minute. And he comes back, I gotta go. Bye, Dad. I gotta go. Bye, Dad. Bye. But we could do like kiss, or give me a kiss. He goes, bye. So, anyway, so he's like, bye. He starts waiting. Okay, you can go. Bye. Love you, son. So that's so nonverbal, but still very verbal.
Yeah. And I know I've asked you this before, but is that an improvement from 10 years ago?
Yeah, it's an improvement.
Yeah.
Just the fact that he knows we have a call every day, and he knows it's me, and
But just the verbal, I mean.
all of it, because he's looking at me and he's interacting with me. And he says "Dad" in the right context, or he'll put me on the board. They have a schedule with a lot of pecs. So, and he'll put the little picture of me with a Velcro on the back. One of my headshots. I'm like, ugh. So that means he wants me to either come or call him or something. Yeah, it's gonna be weird to have a headshot of your father.
Yeah, it's sad.
Super sad.
Yeah.
Even he's like, how old is this headshot, Dad?
Mine's getting pretty old.
Why is it in black and white? Well,
how are we doing for time?
22 minutes. I think we're done.
Do we do a podcast? This is a quick little one today.
Well, we can stretch it out if you want, but
Don't need to.
You guys know all the drill.
Yeah.
I got a new book out. It would mean a lot to me if you would buy it, Amazon or wherever, and write a review. If you've already bought it, you can write a review on Goodreads. You can write a review on it can be 2 words, just like the review I'm going to ask you to do for this podcast. Hey, Graham Kirk's funny. I liked Graham's shirt. His hat's really neat. Anything. It moves the algorithm and helps us. 5 stars, by the way. 1 star helps us less, I'll be honest.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, same as always. Tour dates are up at grahamk.com. I'm coming all over the country.
You're
all
in Raleigh
over
this weekend?
America. I'm in Raleigh. Yeah.
And then
I
next
don't know if
weekend?
it's going to come out in time.
It's not. What are you doing next weekend?
I'm going to be in Winnipeg, Manitoba, baby.
Ooh.
Canada.
The big W.
Yeah. And then that's it. Yeah, I think no, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. If you haven't already watched my special, watch my special. It is on YouTube. If you are in America, it's called Graham K Stupid Jokes. If you are in Canada, it is on Crave TV, and if you're in the rest of the world, it is also on YouTube. So it's a big website. You can look it up.
JJ's favorite. That's his destination site. Thank goodness.
What does he watch?
Anything he wants. He types it in. From VeggieTales to Barney to. That's how we learned that. That's how he learned that he knew how to type. Yeah. Yeah. Caught him typing in different things he wanted to write. He'll type in 8 or 9 letters.
He can spell a bit.
He can definitely spell.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So it's clearly memorization, I think, 'cause he's not sounding out the words. But he knows it's the V, then the E, then the G, then the VeggieTales. Type out. And he'll type out VeggieTales Madame Blueberry or whatever the episode he wants. He'll type in Prince of Egypt. And he'll also do, he really likes Prince of Egypt, the movie. He'll also do Prince of Egypt in Turkish or in Portuguese. He likes to watch the same movie in different languages.
Interesting.
And we haven't figured out why he does that.
That is fascinating.
Yeah. Watch Prince of Egypt 6 languages, can't speak any of them. Maybe he's speaking Turkish when he called me yesterday.
Maybe.
That's what it was.
Merhaba.
Is that Swedish? Turkish.
Looks like a Turkish man.
It does look like a Turkish man. It's balding with that hair mat in his chest. It's great. Guys, that's it. Have a great week. You can do it.